but I'm creating Igbo Village, which has never happened in the history of the world among the Igbos in the world. As I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land, that is 250 plus of land along the Flower Road, that is at Old Ningo area. Along that road, it's right on the road. I acquired 250 plus of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo Village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana.
So for a few days now, one Igbo man has been trending all over social media simply because he was seen and heard in a video telling all Ghanaians, telling everyone worldwide that he has been able to acquire 50 acres of land in Ghana here, and he is going to build an Igbo village for his homeland people where Nigerians in Ghana here can go and lodge. When officials or honorables from Nigeria come to Ghana, they can come and stay there, they can come and lodge there for some few days free of charge. That's his agenda. That's the big project on his mind, and this has got a lot of people saying a lot of things on the social media. People are commenting. Some are saying, Charlie, this is not a big deal. Others are saying, Charlie, this is a big deal. You can't come to somebody's country and come and own a property like that and have such an agenda, such a project on your mind. It's as if you are coming to turn Ghana upside down and gradually turn Ghana into Nigeria. What is that? People are saying this is not a good thing. Who is this man? Where is he from? What is he doing? And what is he about to do? Don't go anywhere. I have the full gist for you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this channel. I go by the name of Tampa Maverick, as you already know. This is New Tribe Studios. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel, like, share, and leave your comments as well. I really need your comments on this one. Yeah, I really need your comments on this one. And for those of you who have always been coming back to this channel to watch all our videos, a big kudos going out to you. I love you, and I'm Shamu Bibri. So without talking much, let's just dive into the story. So this man we're talking about here is His Royal Majesty Eze Dr. Ambassador Chuckwudu Jude Ihenetu Eze Ohazurume 1. I can't mention that name again. So he was born in Nigeria and was raised in Nigeria. Now Mr. Chuks came to Ghana in the year 1995 as a businessman and was dealing in goods like spare parts, calculators, and other things. And then he came to a realization that, Charlie, business in Ghana is very good. Business was booming for him. He was making money here and there. So because of that, he decided to settle in Ghana here. And then 3 years later, he married. He married one Ghanaian woman by name Liberty Kwenu. That was in the year 1998. Now, after marriage, he went on to register his business. That's Chibet Group of Companies, which is actually the combination of his name and his wife. So Chukwu, short form is Chuks. So Chi and then Liberty, Bet. So Chibet Group of Companies. Now, there are a lot of businesses, or there are a lot of companies under this umbrella company, which happens to be Chibet Group of Companies. There are a lot of companies under it, and this man, you can tell from this that, Charlie, this man is really making the dough, and he's trying to expand his wealth and his image across the land. So he wants to, add some 1 or 2 things to it, and in light of that, has decided to acquire 50 acres of land in Ghana here, and this is the agenda he has on his mind. What he's going to do, he said what he's going to do is simple. He acquired the land to build a village for his homeland people. So it's going to be an Igbo village only for Nigerians, where Nigerians in Ghana here can have accommodation, and then when people from Nigeria, like the ministers or maybe the president from Nigeria, comes on a visit, he and his people can go and lodge over there, and they'll be celebrating festivals. It will be like Nigeria in Ghana, a part of Nigeria in Ghana here.
Igbo has got a very rich culture that must be encouraged. He believes the past and present leaders from Igbo as a nation from the Nigerian state deserves more. The father of all projects on his mind is the establishment of the first Igbo town in Ghana, and of course, the first in the world.
If you look around the world, apart from in Virginia, they have Igbo Village in Virginia. They created it by putting the antiquities of Ndibo there. You can come there, kind of archive of Ndibo. But I'm creating Igbo Village, which has never happened in the history of the world among the Igbos in the world. As I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land, that is 250 plus of land along the Flower Road, that is at Old Ningo area. Along that road, it's right on the road. I acquired 250 plus of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo Village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. We'll build a village where we're gonna build the palace of Igbo there, a huge palace. We'll build Igbo Town Hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs and 100 rooms guest house. The essence of this guest house is most of the times our governors and our Igbo great leaders do come to Ghana. They always go with their entourage. If they come to Ghana, their entourage will see where they will lodge for free of charge, maybe for a day or two. Most of their visits, it doesn't take more than 48 hours or 24 hours. They stay there free of charge, and they know that, yes, this is what they have benefited from the Igbos living in Ghana. Again, our people that have accommodation problem and all that will come get there at least for 2 or 3 days before they can get out of the country, or those that come into the country in one way or the other will have accommodation of 100 rooms guest house. We will also, in the palace of the Igbo, we also have apartment there for special guests like governors and ministers. And in future, I know that we, the Igbos, will provide president in Nigeria. And I know that the president that will rule Nigeria at time to come must be an Igbo man. And one day, by the special grace of God, he also going to be part of those that are going to lodge at the guest house there in Igbo Village. In that Igbo Village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos.
And this is where the fight comes in. A lot of people have shared their comments. People are saying that, Charlie, how can someone come from his country? You came to do business. It's fine. Come and do your business. By you trying to come up with a project like this, it's not in the right direction. It's not good. And others are also saying, Charlie, this is not a big deal. Come on, there are a lot of, when you go to America, there are a lot of black communities over there where they do stuff. Like if it's a Ghanaian community, there's a Ghanaian community where they do Ghanaian stuff over there, and the Americans are not saying anything. So they don't see the reason why a Nigerian, a neighboring country man, or a citizen from a neighboring country should come into this country and decide to, bring some 1 or 2 stuff from there to here. It's not a big deal. But let's hear what the laws of Ghana have to say concerning this. The Land Act 2020, Act 1036, Section 10, talks about restrictions on the acquisition of land by non-citizens. Because of time, I wouldn't be able to read all the subsections, but the long and short of it all is that owning a land in Ghana here comes in 2 forms. We have the freehold interest. Now the freehold interest is basically for citizens of this nation. So you and I, we are Ghanaians. We can own lands. We can buy lands and own them in our names, and we can pass it on to our children and their children's children, and so on and so forth. And then the second one is leasehold interest. Leasehold interest. Now with the leasehold interest, that one is for the non-citizens. So as a non-citizen, you can't own a land. You can't buy a land and say that, Charlie, this land is mine. You can only lease it. When we say you are leasing something, it's like you are renting it. Okay, so as a non-citizen, you can only rent a land in Ghana for a couple of years. So as a non-citizen, you can rent a land or a couple of lands in Ghana for a couple of years. It is not yours. You cannot pass it on to your children or their children's children. You will be paying. So you either pay annually or you pay upfront for the number of years you want to rent the land for, and you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. So by this, in law, Mr. Chuks can legally lease a land in Ghana and do whatever he wants to do with it once he has met all the requirements and has registered the lease with the Lands Commission. It sounds a bit disturbing, but yeah, that's the fact. So as a Ghanaian, you can own a land with the freehold interest, and then a non-citizen can own a land with a leasehold interest. He can only rent it. So Mr. Chuks can do whatever he wants to do with any land that he has. Now, Mr. Chuks, as I stated earlier, married a citizen of this country, Liberty Kwenu. Liberty Kwenu. Now, if Mr. Chuks doesn't want to have an issue with, Ghanaians, the way we are saying things, that we don't want him to blah blah blah, and some people will try to use this law to, chook him like his name, chook him left, right, center. He can actually let his wife buy the land in her name, so that they can use the land for whatever they want to use it for. But mind you, in law, if separation comes, say two people, a married couple, and then one is a Nigerian, like in this scenario, one is a Nigerian and one is a Ghanaian. If the Nigerian decides to use the spouse's name, or the spouse who happens to be a citizen of this country, to purchase the land in her name, the land will be for the citizen of this country, which happens to be his wife. So if separation comes, the land is for the wife. The land wouldn't be given to the man. It will be given to the wife. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Now, people dragged Sam George into this issue because they are saying that this land that Mr. Chuks is boasting of, and I have 50 acres of land, I'm going to use it for this and that and that and that. They are saying that the land can only be found in Old Ningo Prapram. Old Ningo Pram, where Honorable Sam George happens to be a member of parliament for. So they drag Sam George into it that he should come and answer questions. I mean, how can you be in that constituency and then an Igbo man from another country will come and tell us, bluff and boast that he has 50 acres of land and he's going to use it for this and that? So Honorable Sam George has spoken, and this is what he said. Or say, no king has any kingdom or land in the Ningo Pram constituency. Disregard any such claims. The ancient great Ningo kingdom is welcoming to all who visit us, but none is welcome to lay claim to a kingdom here. Rest assured, we are a hospitable people, but our hospitality cannot be taken for granted. Let calm prevail. The Jata emoji and the Ghana flag emoji. So that's what Sam George has said. He has come out to debunk those claims, but we don't know how true what the Igbo man is saying. We don't know if he has truly acquired 50 acres of land and is going to do what he has said he's going to do. And per the laws, per the act that I read to you, please, if you have any comments, please drop them in the comment section. And please like this video, share, and leave your comments as well. So this is why the Igbo man of Nigeria is trending in this country, and this is why they are dragging Sam George into it. I go by the name of Atankpa Maverick, and this is still New Tribe Studios. I'll come at you another time with another interesting gist. I'm out.